Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the PGW World Championship. Introducing first the challenger. He hails from Tampa Bay, Florida, and weighs in tonight at 165 pounds, MoistCr1TiKaL. Well, this man has achieved a lot in his life, defeating Diddy at Boxing Day Brawl 2025, reaching millions of people on the internet, and of course his feature role in the Hunger Games Mockingjay. Not a lot on this man's bucket list that he's not achieved. There's only one thing that has eluded him for all of his life, and that is to be a wrestling world champion. He's never had the opportunity before. He's going to get that chance here tonight. The question is, can Moist rise to the occasion, or will it be business as usual for the man that has held that belt ever since it was created? And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent. Hailing from Des Moines, Iowa, he weighs in tonight at 242 pounds, and he is the current reigning and defending PGW World Champion, Arthur Morgan. Well, ever since re-emerging on the channel at the beginning of the year, Arthur Morgan has been a force to be reckoned with. Many people have tried to defeat this man, CM Punk being one of them, Nico Bellic, Homer Simpson. I could go on and on, all the men that have faced this man and have come up short time and time again. Arthur Morgan, perhaps one of the finest professional wrestlers to ever lace up a pair of boots, and he's been on quite the dream run ever since becoming the first ever PGW World Champion. He's a winning machine, and it's very possible that that winning streak could easily continue against the Moist man here tonight. We will find out. Of course, Moist has never been defeated whilst wearing that black shirt of doom. That could play a factor here as the two-man lock up. Remember, PGW World title on the line, and that is a surprise. Moist winning out in that lock-up exchange, not with power but with pure technique. And of course, Arthur Morgan, he may be the champion, but he's certainly not known as a technical wrestler, primarily a brawler, and showing Moist those skills now. But look at Moist putting the block up. Moist with a few strikes of his own, a black belt in the art of Taekwondo, and showing his educated feet off as now Moist tries diving off the top of that signature side kick, but Arthur Morgan getting out of the way just in the nick of time. Another quick roll up, referee making the count, and only a 2 count on that occasion. That may be a wake up call to the challenger. Arthur Morgan with a quick roll up like that could finish anybody off. And he very nearly did then. He needs to be on his guard. He needs to be prepared for these kinds of moves. So the champion now takes down Moist with that bulldog. And Morgan just stomping on the head of the challenger here. Morgan not normally with a big size advantage in most of these matches, but Moist at 5'6", 165 pounds. Morgan 6'2", 242. And he could have done enough here with a lateral press, but Moist again getting the shoulder up after the count of 2. Morgan with a huge size advantage. He needs to use it. Doesn't need to take any unnecessary risks against this man. And look at that. Tries the spine buster. Beautiful reversal by Moist into a DDT. Can he capitalise on that mistake? Tries charging in. Morgan ducking the move. And now the champion with a knee to the gut and goes back to what he does best, throwing hands. As now Morgan sends him for the right again. Tries a punch to the face. Moist managing to slip out of the way. Is he going to go for that? Trying to go for that reverse twist to fate his finisher. Morgan with a beautiful save. Nice reversal into a suplex. Could have been disaster there if Moist would have hit that move. It would have been game over for the champion. But Morgan managing to fight out of that attempt to hit his finishing manoeuvre. And now Morgan continuing to maintain control in this match, just stomping on the abdomen of MoistCr1TiKaL and telling him exactly what he thinks of him. Seems like a lifetime ago that Arthur Morgan won that PGW World Championship. It was only roughly 3 weeks ago. He's packed a lot of title defences in that time. A real fighting champion. As now Morgan going up top. Something he doesn't do very often, but this time it worked in his favour. Dropping the elbow right across the lower spine of Moist. And the big 242 pounder dropping on his spine. That could be enough to finish him off, but it wasn't on this occasion. Very, very near fall. And Morgan with a little bit of disbelief on his face there. He couldn't believe that Moist managed to get the kick out after he dropped all of that weight on him, but he can't be far off from finishing the challenger off now as he charges into the corner with a beautiful clothesline. As Morgan sends him into the opposite corner, comes running in this time. Moist has that move well scouted and a big kick to the chin. As now Moist goes up top, the big diving side kick off the top. The challenger pulling a big move out of nowhere. Oh my God, we could have a new champion here. The lateral press, the shoulders are down, and Morgan just powering out of that pin just at the right time there. Very, very close to having a new champion. But Morgan just would not stay down after that big diving side kick, and Morgan with a huge mistake there. Morgan thought he had to do something drastic, but that was too drastic, trying to dive through the ropes and completely missing. And I'd say the first big mistake from the champion. The question is, can MoistCr1TiKaL capitalise with tries the Irish whip? Morgan putting the brakes on and a big knee to the gut. And that's what champions do. It might have looked like Morgan had thrown the match away, but a little clever move there, and now he's back on top as Moist has to come back into the ring, but Morgan was always waiting for him. As Morgan now sends him for the right. Beautiful clothesline by the champion, nearly taking MoistCr1TiKaL's head off with that one. And now Morgan, it may be stunner time, or maybe not. Moist turning it around, managing to fight out and another kick to the jaw. Morgan may have a lisp. The amount of kicks he's taken to the chin, and now look at that, floating over with the next snap, slamming his face into the canvas. Now Moist going up top once again. Is he trying to hit another diving side kick? Tries it. And this time Morgan is not going to fall for that one again. I think it was Khalees that once said, you might trip me once, but you're not going to trip me twice. Morgan certainly wasn't falling for that, but now Moist still staying on offense. He's got to keep fighting here. Goes to the top. Morgan tries to roll out of the way. Beautiful leg drop right across the cervical region of the spine. That could be enough. We could have a new champion here. But again, Morgan just powering out. The 165 pounds, not enough weight to keep Morgan's shoulders pinned to the mat for long enough. And now a nice back suplex by the champion. Moist seems to be in a bad way here. And what the hell is Morgan doing going to the top rope? Tries a diving clothesline. Moist gets out of the way. Not quite sure why. Now look at him rolling across the back. And those educated feet again. Taking the champion down. Morgan getting back to his feet. Quick enough. Another neck snap. Slamming his face into the canvas. You can feel it in the air here. Moist really building some momentum. Comes off the ropes. Nails a big double axe handle right across the head of the champion. And now Moist going up top once again. Nails the diving side kick. And the Moist dance. We could be witnessing history here. Is he going to go for the reverse twist of fate? No, he's not. Morgan putting the brakes onto that Irish whip. And now Morgan trying to kick. Trying to go for the stunner. But Moist catching the foot. And yes, Moist nails it. The reverse twist of fate. We could have a new champion this time, and Morgan doesn't get the shoulders up. My God, we've got a new world champion.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner and the new PGW World Champion, MoistCr1TiKaL.
Well, I can't believe it. I am stunned. Moist put up a really good fight. But we've seen many challengers do that, and Morgan's always found a way to win the match. My God, MoistCr1TiKaL achieving the dream of a lifetime. He is the new PGW World Champion. If you want some great created wrestlers in your game, but without going through the lengthy process of creating them yourself, well, I can help you out with that. If you play on PS2 or PS2 emulator, I can create just for you a custom save data file and preload it with up to 30 created wrestlers that you have chosen. If you're interested, send me an email at pastgengamingemail@gmail.com. My email is linked on the main channel page, and I can also do this for the PSP, but on PSP I can only do save files for the European version of the game.